Hey guys, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to answer some questions. If you have questions, please don't be scared to ask any question. Just comment in any of our videos and we will try with the time to answer all your questions. So let's go.
So a question we receive on lots of our videos is what brand machines do you use? So the main one we use is the Yuki DDL8707 and we have the computer. This is the one for our jeans machine. And this is our serger.
Another question was if I can use again the band roll, and the answer is absolutely yes. For example, this is one that is done. If you can see, when we sew, we don't really sew over this, we just sew over those. So we can pull it out like that, and it will remain exactly the way it is. Of course, with the time, it gets a little damaged, but you can use it many times. I have one prepared for 1/2 inch hems, for 1/4 inch hems, and for small hem. I want to explain what we were talking about when we were taking in the waist jean about the triangle. This is a common front and back pattern of a pants. This is another one I just cut it, and the way it's sewn is sewn like that to give the shape. So look what happened. Here you have this coming up, but here you have a right angle. You see? So when you put your two pieces here like that, you can sew your waistband with no problem, right? But what happened? If you take in here and you take like that, right? Because you will take in the two pieces. Look what happened. I will cut that. And then you will join together. Look what happened. You see, before we had a straight line, more or less. Now it's sinking. So what I do, if I have material, when I sew the waistband back, I sew it like that. Just a little bit up, and that will make it look completely straight. If I don't have the material, what I'm gonna do, I will go here a little bit lower, so when I go here, I can go more straight. When you have your two pieces together in a regular normal pant, you have basically a straight line. That will be your waistband. But when you take it in, you lose this straight. So instead of having a straight line, you have a line coming like that. This is what you want to avoid. You don't want that because it looks really horrible. So this is the mark where the stitches were. This mark is slightly in a curve. So if I go and put a straight line here, it goes in a curve. So what I'm gonna do, when I sew back the waistband, I will sew it a little bit up here, just in the center. So it looks more like a straight line. It will look much better. Because if I go and follow that line, it will look like this. But if I just push this a little bit up, it looks better. Another question that we have been asked is how to balance both sides. We have a jacket, it's pinned, but if you see both sides, they are different. Like one side is pinned more than the other, you see? So if I go and take in this side that way and take this side that way, of course it wouldn't be good. So the easiest way to balance is to put them together, and then you can be checking both sides of the pins. For example, in this one, you can see that there is this difference between both. So what I'm gonna do, I will take my pin and I will pin it in between both, and then I will go and pin in between both. So you can do that in all of them, and that's very simple, very accurate way. If you don't trust yourself with that, another way that you can do is to put it together and then pin it this way in the same place. And now it's very easy to see the difference. So you know that this one goes there, and then in the same place at the other side you pin the other. Okay, and I will show you another way. It's the one that makes me feel more comfortable. You measure here, this is 1 inch, and you measure here, this is 3/4 inch. So you will change those pins in between. 3/4 and 1 inch is 7/8. So you will put both of them to 7/8 inches. So that way my two sides will be the same and I can safely take the same in both sides.
When sewing with jeans, you do not need an industrial machine. So here are some tips. Something that always really helps is grabbing a rubber mallet and you can go ahead and make it flat. Also, big needles are very helpful. Something that also helps is to sew manually with your machine and make sure to have lots of patience and sew slowly at first.
Another question presented was when we did a patch, we used this material. This is called hem fusing, and this is basically like a roll, and then you can use like a double side tape. Let me show you. This is a dress, and we are going to make a patch there. So we just put our material there underneath and cut it. Remember, this is just a patch. We don't want to make a huge job there, and then we just use this and we cut it like that, and iron, and then it's glue. Now you see is glue, and then after we just do some stitches on top and it's done. It's not invisible, but you cannot see it so well, so the customer can wear her dress for a long time.
So it's a little bit hard to see what I'm doing here, but basically I'm just sewing up and down, and you can check out our video where we did a jeans patch to see our procedure more clearly. But this is just securing the patch in place. Now, another question we've received is if you can adjust the crotch in a pair of pants. While it is possible, it is a lot of work. So let's say this is your crotch. This is where your regular pants are, so low rise, and then you want to make it into a high rise here. So that's your goal. And then you grab another pair of pants and you try to put it on top. Now, at first, it's very hard to line everything up because it's very different, right? So we're going to try our best to adjust it, and that means that you'd have to go in and readjust, recut, and resew all the sides. Then the crotch is too high, so we have to make it deeper and lower as well. And then you'd have to go and adjust all the sides of the pants. Now you don't have enough material in your crotch, so you'd have to add a material, which means you'd also have to adjust the zippers. So it's a lot of work. Now, we love sustainability, but the main point is here that it is possible, but it's very hard to have a flattering result unless you do hours of work. So we just wanted to give you a heads up on this alteration. It's not a very realistic alteration because all the ones we usually do don't take that long and have fantastic results, but this one, it might not be your best bet, unfortunately. The final question we will answer today is why we are called Downtown Cobbler when we do alterations. So when we had bought the business and the business license around 10 or 11 years ago, the store was called Downtown Cobbler, and we actually had shoe repair machines and a cobbler who did all the shoe work, right? We could still do a couple of leather stitches with the machine, but we are mainly alterations. Then we made our YouTube channel after our business store, so we kept the name Downtown Cobbler. But now that we moved into our new location, we don't really offer shoe repairs anymore, and it's not part of our YouTube identity. So we're very on the edge as to whether we should keep the name or change it to maybe Downtown Tailoring. So please tell us in the comments what you prefer, if you think we should change our names or not. We kind of want to, but it's a little risky, so please tell us what you think.
I hope that we were able to answer some of your questions. If you have any more questions, please let us know. If you find this video helpful, please share and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.